that interested me most about you is the fusion of that heavy metal and the orchestration is 100% me.
Meaning of happiness. If you stop thinking about, if you don't give a shit. Well, you talk to me like I'm about to die. Can you stop this now? Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a bit death-orientated.
Okay, I've been doing this for a long time, but I think I still have a few.
Do you like the idea of the robot version of you walking around the earth?
Who wouldn't?
We're backstage here at Wacken, and I'm joined by Wolf from the legendary band Accept.
Hello, Brocarde.
Oh, wow, I love it. Brocarde, or Brocarde, as the Americans say. But yeah, Brocarde is here with him. And I have some very interesting questions for you. I'm going to start, I know, don't run out the door just yet. I'm going to start with, you've obviously been in the music industry for a very long time, and that's a compliment, that's a big nod to you. And I wondered, what do you think the key is to longevity?
Passion.
Passion, yeah.
Endurance, I guess. You got to believe in what you do, and I mean, nowadays everybody wants to have overnight success, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be like world famous overnight.
Yeah.
And back in the days when we started, I don't think we expected anything like that. We knew it takes time, and you need to rehearse, and you need to put in the time, and I guess that still goes today.
But
they said this, the 1,000 or 10,000 hours it takes. Right? Yeah. To get good at anything, isn't that what they say?
Yeah, I mean, and you've been in the band since 16
Stone ages.
So that's a lifetime of making music, a lifetime of performing music, and there must be a huge amount of achievement attached to that.
I'd like to think so. I mean, I'm quite happy where we are. I mean, there's always like bigger bands and more achievements, but at some point you got to realize we're pretty damn fortunate to do what we do and to make the music that we like, and people appreciate it, and we get to play at festivals like Wacken, and we get to make records, so living the dream.
Exactly.
In that sense,
Yeah. And the thing that interested me most about you is your fusion of, you performed here at Wacken a few years ago, and you performed with a live orchestra, and fusion of that heavy metal and the orchestration is 100% me. I'm a singer-songwriter myself, and that is my aspiration, like the beautiful symphonies marinated with that heavy, earthy grittiness is 100% my cup of tea. So is there anything that drew you to that, or is it just the diversity, like I was saying?
Well, I've had a lifelong fascination with classical music ever since I was a little kid. Well, in the late teenage years or something, I discovered classical music, and I always thought, like, there's something that's so beautiful about these old compositions and about that sound of an orchestra, how wonderful it would be to keep the rawness of heavy metal, but bring an orchestra and sort of, melt the two worlds together.
Yeah.
So it's always been this dream of mine, but I never thought I could actually realize it one day. But then it all came to, fruition a few years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of like the storytelling element, those kind of putting that sound to emotions is quite a special thing. So I think, that's...
Yeah, and I've been surprised because I was always under the impression that the classical world doesn't really want to know about anything together, what concerns, metal and festivals. It's like vulgar or something. It's not serious music.
And proper,
But I was so wrong. All these orchestra people that we had in the orchestra, they were from the Czech Republic. They loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, they saw the audience out there and the flames going up and the whole energy on stage. They loved it because they're not used to that, because classical concerts are usually very somber and quiet. But to be on a stage like
just to appreciate music as music.
It was super exciting for them as well. So it was beautiful.
It's interesting how sometimes people are different from what you expect, I guess, and don't fit into just one genre, and music is such a universal language and it touches all of us in different ways. So
it's true, and I think the world in general is getting more open-minded, and people, the younger generations now in these orchestras or musicians in general, they're much more open-minded than you would expect them or in the past.
Speaking of open-minded, that leads me nicely to my next question. Do you believe in because the theme this year of Wacken is witches and warlocks, and it's very kind of fantasy driven. And have you ever practiced witchcraft or wizardry, or has anyone ever cast a spell on you? I mean, I guess you'd never know, would you?
Good question.
Any bad luck recently you can pin down to a spell or two?
Maybe. I don't know.
No?
No, I'm a German, so I'm a robot. You have to understand. I'm actually a machine.
Ah, you're a machine.
So I can't be put under any spells. I'm like a humanoid.
You're invincible, almost alien-like. Do you believe in aliens? That's a good question.
I believe in robots, German positions, metals.
German things that are tangible objects that you can touch and see.
That's right.
So you don't believe in ghosts either?
No.
No. Oh, wow.
Maybe I do.
Maybe. I have a lot of conversations about ghosts and supernatural and paranormal activity, and the theory is that you have to see something or experience something that sort of shatters you to your core to make you believe in something like that. Do you think that's the case, or do you think...
Well, the older I get, the more I'm opening up to the ideas of these sort of paranatural things, or like the spirits and things.
Yeah.
But traditionally, I used to think it's all hocus pocus. It's nonsense.
Yeah, there's so much trickery around that world, and you watch these shows and all these things are happening, and you're like, but it's being filmed, so is there someone behind the camera throwing something across the room? It's hard to believe in it unless you actually experience something yourself, I feel. But yeah, everyone's different, I guess.
True.
And I feel like as well, like in terms of, someone said to me the other day, if you don't believe in ghosts, then when you pass away, you think that that is it. So when you pass away, there is no life after death. Is that what you believe?
Good question. I haven't come to a final conclusion. I used to think, that's it, but maybe something remains. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I believe in sort of the generational, I believe actually what we carry inside is a lot of the stuff from generations ago, like family history and things, and I think that gets sort of passed on.
Almost like genetically, but not necessarily spiritually.
No, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm open to the idea, let's put it this way.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fascinating topic, and it's an interesting discussion, and everyone has a different point of view on it, I feel, as well. That's why it's so interesting. But I think someone said to me that if you don't believe in the afterlife, we're accepting that that's it. And I think some people find comfort in thinking there's something else, or you're going somewhere better, or you're going somewhere higher, or things like that.
Yeah, well, that's a religious question altogether. What do you believe? What happens after?
Are you a religious man or not? Not really.
I don't think I am.
You just believe in good, strong metal music and beautiful sounds.
We're here now, so let's enjoy every moment.
Yeah, enjoy the moment. And you haven't been on stage yet, have you?
No, I have not.
No.
In the past few, I mean, not today. No.
Yeah. You've never been on stage before, of course.
No, I mean, I've played here before, in previous years.
Yeah. Do you have anything secret in store for the Wacken crowd, or?
We have new songs.
New songs.
They're not exactly secret, but we have brand new songs, and we actually have a guest guitar player with us. His name's Joel Hoekstra, so it's going to be something to see.
So you have a new album in the pipeline, or has it already come out?
It has already come out. It's called Humanoid. I released it earlier this year.
Okay.
I've got brand new songs from the new album Humanoid for you.
Wow. Okay, well that sounds slightly robotic, doesn't it?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying, I'm a robot. See, there's a theme to it.
If you could have a robot clone your look, your body, your mannerisms, and have it exist alongside you, or even exist.
Could I enhance it slightly? Could I make a perfect me out of that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess anything is possible, but do you like the idea of the robot version of you walking around the earth?
Who wouldn't?
And when, it's going to happen to all of us. We're not here forever. How would you feel about a robot version of yourself performing on stage as part of the band? Is that something that is it's one of those questions that I'm sure you've never even thought about, but would you like the band to live on in that way?
No, I want to be up there. I don't want
to be up there.
A robot to have all the fun. I want to be up there on stage.
So after you, how would you like your music to live on? How would you like to
Well, you talk to me like I'm about to die. Can you stop this now? Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a bit death-orientated.
Okay, I've been doing this for a long time, but I think I still have a few more years to go.
I'm definitely going down a very dark spiral here.
Very much so.
I mean, how would you, even in life, actually this isn't just a death question. When people think of you, think of Wolf, What would you like them to think? How would you like to be? What would you like them to take away from what you do? What's the resounding message?
Just ask the people around there what they think of me. You probably get all kinds of answers.
Yeah. Have you reached that stage where you don't necessarily concern yourself with other people's opinions? Because I think that's a very valuable place to get to if you ever are that fortunate.
I'm working on it. I think that is actually the true meaning of happiness. If you stop thinking about, if you don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
About certain things. I mean, it's supposed to give a shit about a lot of things, but at some point, if you're really secure in yourself and if you know it, then you say, you know what, this is me, and deal with it.
Yeah. Someone said to me, the key to freedom is freedom in your mind is not caring what other people think.
That's
and
it.
And
that is hard to do. Because we all do, don't we?
Well, of course we do. And when you're going on stage, you're putting yourself out there, and everyone has an opinion on you, more so than the average person.
Especially with the social media now.
Oh, that's a whole new world. I mean, do you get trolled, or have you ever experienced anything like that?
Well, I stay away from it because I post the occasional stuff, but if I were to read every comment about everything that we do, I think it can spiral out of control and you can drive yourself mad because there's always going to be somebody who says something nasty about you.
Yeah, of course.
And in this day and age, for sure. So I guess you got to believe in what you do and just put your best foot forward and then let the chips fall where they may. Yeah. Because you can't please everybody, that's a given.
Well, no, and I think as well, like if you are pleasing everyone, you're not necessarily being true to your own opinions or your own thoughts. So it's a good.
Man, it's a deep
This
subject
is getting very deep. I mean, we pulled ourselves out of the chambers of death and we kind of made it slightly more positive. But yeah, I feel like it's nice to get a sense of who a person is. You know, I mean, I'm sure you endlessly talk about your music and your accomplishments, which is also fascinating because you're so successful. But I feel like it's nice to get a sense of a person.
Absolutely, I love that.
Tackle those topics. So thank you so much for being such a good sport, and thank you for being.
Thank you for those good questions. That was fun.
Well, thank you very much. So lovely to meet you, I guess, and we'll shake our hands, I guess. Shake our hands. Thank you very much.